Hello, friends. Welcome to all of you for this Global Women Empowerment Sessions. We are so happy, my dear friends. Today we have successfully reached to day 93 of our program. And as part of this program, today we have with us Dr. Preeti Kohli from India. She will be speaking about wisdom from mermaids. Wow, thank you so much, madam, for this amazing topic, such a favorite and fascinating subject of mine. Friends, I heard about these mermaids, like they're associated with goddesses like Aphrodite, Venus, and they are the perfect representation about this feminine power. And so let's all connect with this feminine power within us and utilize it to create a life full of abundance, joy, wellness, and blissful relationship. And under the guidance of our master, Brahmashi Pita Mahapatriji, we are doing this triple one days of global goddess meditation circle with triple one feminine masters across the globe. And friends, let's meditate for 2 minutes by connecting with all the goddesses' energies. So I request everyone to please close your eyes. And start observing your normal and natural breath. Now, let's invoke all the divine goddesses' energies: Goddess Lakshmi, Goddess Parvati, Goddess Saraswati, Ma Durga, Mother Isis, Mother Kuan, and the mermaid energies. Let's invoke angels and archangels and all the higher beings of love and light. Let's connect with all of them and do meditation for 2 minutes, my dear friends. Completely silence your mind. Experience and feel the energies of all these divine beings. Completely get bathed in with these energies, my dear friends. Now, let's send and radiate this love and compassionate energies flowing from all these divine beings to all the beings on this planet Earth. May all the living beings on this planet Earth live happy, healthy, and peaceful. Let each and every person on this planet Earth become a meditator and a vegetarian for the highest and the greatest good of all. Now, gently place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, my dear friends, and you can slowly open your eyes. So, friends, the main intention of this program is to connect with all the feminine masters across the globe so that we can create this global collective grid across this planet Earth. And I'm so happy to introduce to all of you today's speaker, Dr. Preeti Kohli. She has been a consulting homeopathic physician for over 20 years and a transformational coach for over 11 years. She currently serves as one of the founding members and director at the AHA Moment. Through her work, she has touched thousands of lives and has successfully conducted over 190 workshops in alternative healing therapies, my dear friends. And she was introduced to meditation and mindfulness at the age of 15. Her keen interest to understand the body, mind, soul connect and help people grow holistically led her towards learning and practicing other root cause therapies like past life regression, inner child healing, rebirthing breathwork, and family constellation. One of her passions is to work with parents and kids. She also volunteers to teach meditation for children at schools through the Soul Science Foundation. So we are so happy, Dr. Preeti, you're with us today now. We welcome you.
Namaste, good evening. Thank you so much, Sri Lakshmi. A good morning to you and good evening from India. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so happy to be here and really sharing this topic, which has just the wisdom of the mermaids is something that has started coming to me recently. And I'm really glad to have this opportunity to share this wisdom here. So, friends, before I actually dive deeper into this topic, I would like to tell you a little bit about my background and how this journey really happened for me, how the mermaid started coming to me. So, as Sri Lakshmi mentioned in my introduction, I was into meditation for a long time. And as we all kind of meditate every day and know ourselves deeper, there was one turning point that happened in my journey. This was back in 2016, and very in the most least expected way, when I was actually traveling in the month of May 2016. So first we went to Sedona, which is a power spot, and after that we went to Hawaii. And in Hawaii, we actually one day went swimming with the dolphins. So we had a coach, a beautiful coach, who helped us really swim with the dolphins. So there were a couple of other people. Let me tell you that I have not been very comfortable with water. So I do know how to swim, but it's not like I was very, very comfortable with the water. But yes, wearing the jackets and in the guidance of this beautiful coach, we definitely wanted to take this beautiful opportunity to swim with the dolphins there. It was a beautiful day in Hawaii, and those people there, just like some other ancient cultures, like in India, where they take the permission from the ocean, from the dolphins, that we are coming. Please allow us if we can come into your territory, if we can see you. And as we went there, we had a beautiful experience. The whales came, the dolphins came, and we swam with them. So it was beautiful. And of course, we came out. It was an exciting experience. But what happened after that is something that I did not expect. As we all have heard, that dolphins are very high frequency animals, and the ocean, we know, is connected. The water is connected to the emotions. Our body is also 70% emotions. Something started shifting for me right from the next day. There was a situation that was happening at that point in time, and there was a conversation outside in the family that happened, which somewhere made me a little uncomfortable, made me a little angry. But that day, the amount of anger that just started coming, I was just surprised. The kind of words, when we are kind of meditating in this journey of mindfulness and knowing ourselves, where we all are kind of trying to be mindful about what are the words that are coming in the mind, how is it that we are perceiving this situation, I realized that the anger was just too much today. And the words that were coming, it was almost like I have not felt so angry before. And the words, it's almost like was bringing up a lot of repressed anger. And I would like to here bring to your awareness the term that Eckhart Tolle uses. He says, the female pain body, we all have the female pain body. And it's almost like that female pain body was being brought to the surface. Now, obviously, this was much in the unconscious. I was not aware about it before. And that just started coming up. I was, surprised the way it happened that day. And now, on hindsight, I could recognize that it was just because when we had gone into the water after the swimming with the dolphins, that something just shifted. In the next about 2 years, that journey was a very healing journey. I used to be very joyful and peaceful otherwise. But what happened in the next 2 years is that much deeper in the unconscious, as if from the much deeper past lives and some collective unconscious, there were certain wounds that just showed up for me. I tapped into three very significant past lives in 2017, which really showed me where this pain was coming from. And I was able to really heal that aspect. And not only that happened, but as a coach, I was getting more and more women who I was able to see that they were carrying this female pain body. And that was really showing up as energetic disturbances, as hormonal disturbances, as certain illnesses. And they were really reaching out for help to me. And I was really able to help them balance and release a lot of this pain and balance their masculine and feminine energies. So, what really started off as this journey of healing with the dolphins, one of the significant past lives that I had tapped into in 2017 was a life where I saw that my origin was, I came from the world of the mermaids and I had taken a human life. And in this life, where the powers that I had, the sensitivity that I had, was somewhere misused. I somewhere allowed it to be misused, and that is something that trust issue that was coming from there is something that I needed to heal. So, right in 2017, I got this message that I need to connect to the mermaids. But somewhere I was still hesitant. I was still healing that trust element. And as I could heal that trust element and trust in myself much more and more, open up to receiving the energies more and more, with the beginning of this lockdown in 2020, the mermaid energy just started coming very strongly. When I would sit in meditation, they would just take me deeper into my own being. They would really bring some beautiful messages and healing. And that is the message that I really want to bring to you, my dear friends. The message that I got also was that we are really ready to come to so many people. We are really bringing out this healing. We are happy to help you when you're ready to receive the help from you. So I was also guided to really share this message with people in the meditative circles. So I'll just share my PowerPoint here. I hope that my PowerPoint is seen. Can you just confirm, Shri, is that
No,
are you able to see the PPT?
no, Preeti.
No? Okay.
Yes, now it's there.
Excellent. Okay. So that's really the wisdom that today I would be sharing. I have just put it down, so much wisdom that I received from them. Today I've really put it down in this presentation. And really the biggest message that came to me from all this journey is really what this author Leonard Cohen says, that there is a crack in everything, and that is how the light gets in. Emotions, as we know, is which is connected to the water element, going into the depths of all of that, into the pain that was carried deep in the unconscious. Now usually we automatically, whenever there is pain, we avoid looking at it. That's a very natural human response. The natural human response is that we like pleasure, we like any all that brings us joy, and we somewhere shrink away, we hide away from really seeing anything that is painful. But whatever that pain that may be there in our life, that crack that is there in our that we may think that is there in us, that is really where we need to pay attention to, because that's where the light is getting in. So the biggest thing that happened was that they really gave me the message of deep diving. When they started just taking me on this journey, when I started meditating, and they would just kind of take me very easily in. They gave me all the time. Like I said, that in 2017, when this message came, I was really probably not so ready. I was still scared of diving deep, probably at that point in time. But in 2020, when I was meditating, just naturally coming one day, they would just kind of take me along with them deep into the ocean, as if just taking me right at the core, at the seabed, right? And really helping me just see the things there and help in finding, connecting with the wisdom there. So, some of the wisdom that I received from there, when we really deep dive into ourselves, into the body, connecting to the body in the way that the body has all the wisdom, right? When we have a certain illness, our body is our best friend. When we have an illness, this illness is really not an enemy. Our body, in its own language, is actually communicating to us certain things that our mind is not obviously seeing. As we all know, that there is just 5% conscious mind, which is like the tip of an iceberg. But 95% is the unconscious. And that unconscious is in the body. So when there is an illness, that illness is in the unconscious aspect. And it is showing to us certain things that we are obviously not seeing from the conscious mind. It is really there to give us some message. So the mermaids were really giving this wisdom, were actually helping us, helping me to deep dive into that, to connect to the body's wisdom. If there is an illness, pay attention to that symptom that you have. What is that symptom telling you? What is that illness here for? The illness is really the teacher. And all the wisdom is really there in the body. We don't have to really go out to get any more wisdom, but really deep dive within yourself. When I was traveling within in the ocean with the mermaids, what was being shown was all of those pearls that are there down, all of those jewels that are there down, all the wisdom, all the things that are really precious are already there deep within. So, even at the level of the mind, what we really need to do is the contemplation, really spending time and looking, developing this habit of looking deeply into things. When there is a situation that you're uncomfortable about, when you see that there are certain patterns that your mind has, you see how your mind is actually perceiving things, how you're really seeing a particular situation, what are the kind of words that are already coming, even if I'm not speaking them out to another person, but what kind of words are coming into my mind. So contemplating, becoming aware of that, is again something that we need to pay attention to. And the same is at the emotion level. Like I mentioned, that we all tend to kind of naturally shrink from the pain. You know, just imagine when you go to a doctor, supposing you have to take an injection. I'm sure as children we have taken. And what is the doctor really telling you at that point in time? The doctor will say, okay, just breathe long, long, deep breaths. Okay, just relax and breathe deeply, because just anticipating that syringe that's going to come, that needle that's going to come, we all tend to just shrink. We all tend to tighten the muscle. We probably stop the breath. And that's how we really respond to pain. Anything that we are thinking is going to be painful already, we are reacting in that way. So the mermaids really said this, that all the pain and suffering, it's really not our enemy. It takes us to our purpose. So it's the very pain that is there in your life. When you dive deep into it, that is what is going to take you into the purpose of your life. A lot of the times we really when so this is something that was there with me when I used to meditate. I used to feel just, you know, you have to meditate and then you have to get moksha, right? So we want to just kind of go away from there. But no, there is a purpose for which we have come here. So this purpose we are going to connect to. That feeling of purposelessness goes away only when we really deep dive into this pain that is there in our life. So looking deeply into that. The second most important aspect was the abundance. The mermaids were really connecting us to the abundance through the again the messages of the pearls and all the things that are already there at the core of the earth, at the core of the ocean, at the bed of the ocean also. What they are really telling us is that we all are abundant beings already. We just have to tap into this abundance. Typically, we are all running out. We all have certain voids in our life which have come as a child. As a child, we have been taught, we were told that if you get this kind of marks or when you get this, then you will be, successful, then you will be happy. And we are looking at things outside to make us happy. But really, if we start connecting to the inner child and if we start connecting into the depths of ourselves, we really start connecting to that abundance that is there within ourselves. At the level of the body, with this abundance, the message that they were really giving was that we need to connect to the life urge. Friends, when we are breathing in, this breathing in is representing the life urge. And when we are breathing out, the breathing out represents the death urge. Working with so many people, and particularly this modality, which has been channeled by Mahavatar Babaji, rebirthing breath work. So Leonard Orr, who was the person through whom this rebirthing breath work was channeled by Babaji, Leonard Orr coined this term of subconscious death urge. We all have this subconscious death urge right from childhood. What we have seen is that there is death, there is pain. So somewhere unconsciously we know that there is pain and there is death, and because we don't want to face the pain, we are living in a way that we just have to somehow manage till the day that the death is going to come, right? So unconsciously we are already waiting for that day, even though we are scared, even though we all know that death is like a taboo. We don't actually talk about death openly, and but still subconsciously there is actually a very strong death urge. If we know that our parents or grandparents had a particular illness or died at a particular age, we half expect that we will die around the same age. So this subconscious death urge is something that we need to release, and we actually need to strengthen the life urge. It is only when we strengthen the life urge, we connect to this abundance of energy that is there in us. The subconscious message that then will go to our cells is that you can heal from whatever that you may be having. When we have a death urge, unconsciously the message that's going into our cells is that right now you're already 50, right? You are on the other side, half of your age is gone, things are really decaying, and really the healing is not going to happen. So it's important that we become aware of all the subconscious messages that is going into our body, into our cells. So we need to strengthen the life urge, and that's when our body is really able to heal out of all the illnesses as well. At the level of the mind, my dear friends, knowing that we have all the wisdom and intuition in us, we keep looking outside for teachers from outside, from Google for all the information. But really, this intuition, the inner tuition, is what we need to start connecting to as well. This inner tuition is available. It's just that we have to trust ourselves. Like I said, that I didn't actually trust myself. I was still looking outside so much more. But as I just realized that I healed that trust element, and the mermaids just started coming, the intuition just started growing more and more, and automatically that just started enriching my life. At the level of the abundance, again, when we connect to the emotion, knowing that your own heart's desires, your dreams are important. Sometimes on the spiritual journey, as I started meditating early, and I confused between needs, dreams, desires, and how when we were told that it's not, I interpreted it, let me put it that way, that as if having a desire is not good, right? Now, somewhere, because I was condemning unconsciously the desires, I was not even open to what my heart really wanted. So, as you just start connecting deeper to your own self, you start giving yourself the respect. You start recognizing that even your dreams are important. Your own heart's desires are important. That is what really brings your contribution to the world. You have come here with a purpose, and that purpose will come to you, will open up to you in the form of these dreams that you have. So start connecting to what is it that you would like to see here, right? And that is what is really important. The next beautiful simple message, so friends, as you will see, these messages are very, very simple, but the way that they were touching me every day that they were coming was so profound. This other simple message was of hope, that we are an unlimited being, right? Now, whenever there is any kind of problem that is there, because somewhere we have this habit of looking outside, probably not trusting ourselves, we don't have hope in the situation. We see ourselves as limited people, limited beings, and obviously if we are limited, then there is not much hope, then we are like a victim, right? And they started really opening you up to the hope. They started saying that look around, there is so much hope, there is so much beauty, and you are an unlimited being. There were days where they were just kind of taking me deep into that, and they were just helping me just relax and just saying that, okay, you are taken care of. You don't have to worry, there is hope, and just relax and be here. So that was such a beautiful feeling. It's really hard to describe it in words. At the end of the session today, when I take you into the meditative process, I really hope that a lot of you actually experience that today. Take that experience back with you today. The next beautiful insight that they were really bringing to me is really creation. This message came to me from them. They said that there is really no secret in creating. It is just owning your power. It is as simple as that. You just have to own your power, that you are the creator. And once you just start owning up that power, you start creating. So, on the other realm, as a soul, we all know that we are a multidimensional being. But here, you just need to know that it's okay that you just start, you just learn to master your own emotions, learn to master your own mind. And that's how you will start creating. And you don't have to feel scared, you just have to start playing with this energy. Know that it's safe for you. You have all the help that is available, all the masters, as Sri Lakshmi today in the beginning so beautifully guided and invited all the beautiful masters, angels. That's exactly what they're saying, that you have all the help available. It's just that you have to say, yes, I'm now ready to do that. That they just start coming to your help, and it's really, really very simple. The next beautiful message that they were really bringing, and this is extremely important, my dear friends, is integration. Now, we all know that health is an integration of the mind, emotions, the soul, spirit, physical body, and the purpose in life. When our body, our mind, our heart, they all kind of are in coherence, that is when our soul dances. That's when we really enjoy life. That's when we really also feel purposeful. So in science also, if you just kind of understand the science of meditation, when our mind is out of the way, our brain and our heart starts to really come in coherence, and that is where all the healing starts. It's like they say, okay, now this person is out of the way, this mind is out of the way, and the healing can really start. So an integrated way of being is really the way of the feminine principle. It's a very masculine way to kind of divide, that the heart and the head are in conflict. That's a very masculine way of being. The woman is really integrated. The woman needs to be connected to her body. She needs to be connected, really. She's very connected. She just knows things. She doesn't have to think, right? If you kind of see a man and a woman in a relationship in a house, right? So many times we see that the man would say that, she's just illogical. There is no logic to what you're saying. The woman doesn't have to go step by step. She doesn't have to go by logic. She just feels it. She just knows things, right? When she's connected to her body, when she's connected to her heart, she just knows it. So they really bring this integration in us, this connectedness in us, so that we really own this feminine principle back. We heal this feminine principle back, and we start becoming integrated beings. Friends, as I was sharing my own journey, and I observed in so many hundreds of people that somewhere this feminine principle, this feminine energy has been repressed. This has happened as a result of so much wounding, so much domination that has happened of the man on the woman outside. So, not only outside was the man dominating the woman. Now, this is what has happened outside, and this is also what has happened within. The women who were probably living as victims in some way were going through that domination. As we see in the last 100 years, we started to fight back. The women started to fight back. We started to really raise in our power. And in really rising in our power, what happened is that somewhere we became more and more like men. The masculine principle is dominant in most people right now, and the feminine principle was being repressed. So somewhere we need to really heal this back. So this is really what has been happening in the last 10 years. We see so many people have channeled books about the divine feminine, about the sacred feminine. What really is this? So the divine feminine energy really went down from the Satyug. As we went into the Treta Yug, the Dwapar Yug, the descent was happening, and then Kal Yug. So the masculine was, the man was dominating on the woman, and the repression of the feminine has happened. But as we are now again rising up, the energies are rising up, the sacred feminine is really coming back. Each of us need to really consciously heal this aspect and welcome this aspect within ourselves. So this is really the integration that these beautiful mermaids are bringing into our lives, are helping each and every person who is now ready to dive deep into their own journeys. They are bringing this beautiful aspect to ourselves. As I mentioned, that the feminine has been repressed. With this repression, a lot of things have been disowned. A lot of beautiful, important aspects have been disowned. And the messages that were really coming to me was to really connect to them back, to own them back. One of these beautiful, simple things was relaxation. The feminine energy is about being. The masculine energy is about doing. The man, the masculine energy, if we now just see in a very simple way how the man and the woman's body is. The masculine, the man's body, the sexual organs, right? We are paying attention to. The penis uh, goes out, right? It secretes the sperms. The sperms are going out, and in the reproduction, the feminine needs to just receive what she needs to do in the process. is she needs to relax and receive. As the man is going to, the sperms are going to go out. So there is really the messaging of how the masculine and the feminine energies are. So feminine energy is of relaxation. She already is what she needs to be. She doesn't need to actively do anything. She needs to receive and she needs to relax. And in receiving that masculine energy, that masculine principle, she becomes pregnant. She becomes the creator of life, right? The masculine cannot really create that life. It's the feminine which creates life. So in her very womb, the life is going to be created and is going to be nurtured. And all she needs to do is she needs to just be kind of waiting patiently. She needs to surrender to her body's wisdom. Her body already knows how to give birth. Every animal also knows how to give birth. So in the very body is all the wisdom of how it's going to happen. All she needs to do is more and more relax into it. When we stress about it more and more, we really start getting disconnected from that. So, this quality of relaxation, as the repression of the feminine was happening, as we have, tried to go out, achieve, prove to the world that we are no less, we can do it all, we have started giving more and more of this doing energy. We have been going out. Now, this is, friends, we have, it has all happened unconsciously. Most people that actually came to me, right, and they were not aware of that there was an underlying disturbance at this level. It's only when the issues that were presenting in their lives and when they dived deeper that these messages also started coming for them, that they needed to really own back and they needed to just relax. They needed to learn more and more to be and not just to do. So this was a very, very significant, important message that has come, that really we need to remind ourselves to relax and we need to connect back to that quality. And as I said so many times, the mermaids would just take me down into the depths of the seabed and they would just, kind of create a vortex of energy and just help me relax even deeper, surrender deeper. And that's the thing that I was really owning back. The other beautiful aspect that somewhere we have disowned is patience. Friends, I'm sure that if we all look at our own journeys, our own lives actually, uh, probably when we are mothers and pre the lockdown period, if you pay attention to which is the word that we speak the most to our children, very likely you'll realize that the word that you have been using the most with your child is hurry. Come on, hurry. It's time to do this. It's time to do that. Hurry, quickly. It's time for this class. So, somewhere our lifestyle has become such that we are constantly running by that clock, right? We are constantly hurrying to take, because we have obviously all the tasks at home, we have the child to take care of, and we have the jobs to take care of. So, somewhere everything is kind of really timed. But the body of the woman, the feminine wisdom, the feminine principle is really teaching us, it's connecting us to the nature, right? Now, the woman really needs to learn to wait. We don't know when the child will come. So, yes, you have become pregnant. You need to wait for that child to develop. And the doctor may have probably, predicted one date, but you need to wait. The child will decide when the child is ready, will give you the signal, and you with the child, in your body, the wisdom is there, which helps you to really bring out that child. So we need to learn to wait. Everything cannot be going by the calendar, by the clock, right? So that beautiful quality of patience, which we all know, if we connect to nature, we really need to learn that everything is working in a cyclical way. And every, in the season, in everything in the nature, there is unpredictability. We need to learn to wait. So that was very important element also, that The mermaids were really bringing to the notice that you need to learn patience again. The other disowned aspect is accepting the body. Friends, in this world, we all have been kind of, there is a certain body type that probably we idolize. A lot of the times we actually disown our own body. Even in the meditation journey, so many times we are actually wanting to just connecting to the spirit realm. That's a very masculine way of going into the spiritual journey. But when the women need to more connect to the body, right? All the wisdom is there in the body, so they need to pay attention to the body, and we need to accept our bodies as it is. Now, why is this a disowned aspect? When we connect to some of our past lives, a lot of shaming has happened, a lot of wounding has happened, in terms of physical trauma, sexual abuse. Our body also carries all of that shame. In the past, as we hear so many stories, and I'm sure, friends, if you just pay attention to the stories in your culture, you would have realized that when even a child was going through sexual abuse, or a woman was going through sexual abuse, it is common in so many cultures that the woman was also somewhere shamed about it. She was asked to hide it. She was asked, in some ways, in certain ways that the things were being told to her, it was as if there was something wrong that she was doing when something like this had happened, when her boundaries were being violated, right? So somewhere there's a lot of unconscious shaming that we carry around the body, the way that we feel about the body. There is a lot of vulnerability that we actually carry, and a lot of beauty has also been disowned because of this. Okay, I'd like to just talk a little more about this. Now, when we say that the body is disowned, sometimes we don't actually connect to it because we don't like the way our body is. When the mermaids were actually taking me into the depths, what they were also showing was that each and every different kind of animals, different kind of plants that are there, we see in nature, are of different shapes and sizes. Now, the woman's body is not supposed to be also made in just one size. In the different time zones, we idolize a particular size, like a size 0, right? And we are trying to fit into that size. And there is so much stress that is being created because of that. We need to just recognize that all of us are going to be of a different kind, of different sizes, and we just need to accept the body just as it is. And in that acceptance, we are really able to heal the body. Only when we accept our body that we are able to relax deeper as well. As I said, that beauty, now one would wonder, why is beauty disowned? Right? Now, again, connecting to a lot of the sexual abuse that has happened, we all know how common the sexual abuse has been. In India, 1 in every 3 children goes through sexual abuse, right? It's that common. And if the messaging, and which has happened in so many people, is going to the child as if you're doing something wrong. The child was told that, why did you go there? Don't go there, as if there was something wrong for the child to really go there. Now, this child unconsciously starts feeling like, I'm doing something wrong, or I should not look good, because if I'm going to look good, I'm going to attract the wrong kind of attention. So, hence, you start disconnecting from beauty, your own beauty. The other thing that happens is, when we are not feeling safe being beautiful, we start gaining weight, right? Because it's almost like that weight, unconsciously, the messaging that's going to my cells is that weight is like the protection to my body. So if I am not beautiful, so if I'm fat, then I will not look as beautiful, and then I have also all my guards on, then I'm not also going to be as vulnerable for this sexual abuse. But really, this is not the way that it really works, and they attract more and more of that till the time they're really able to go into the pain and actually heal that aspect. The other element around beauty, my dear friends, is somewhere as children. Now, when this, the masculine and feminine, the way if we see in our cultures, the way we have heard stories, one of the commonest thing that has happened is that we have heard that the god is male, right? The last century, particularly in the West, the god is male, or there were stories that the man was created and then for the man the woman was created. Now in these stories, what we are saying is that the masculine principle is the primary one and the feminine principle in some way is lower. The female was for the male, right? So it's as if the female has to be, she is going to be okay if the male is giving validation, if in the eyes of the masculine she is okay. Now, this creates a lot of self worth issues. So, we don't feel okay in ourselves the way we are. We have to get the validation from other people. Now, of course, this is something that is there in our cultures. Now, if you just pay attention to this very simple word, my dear friends, here, makeup, right? So women do makeup, right? Now, what if you look at the word makeup? What is it? We are making up, right? So something, the way it is, the way we are looking is really not good enough, it's already not okay, and we have to make up for it. So we have to apply certain things so that we look pleasing to somebody else, right? Now I'm not saying that putting makeup is wrong, but it's important to become aware of how we feel about it. When you don't put makeup, supposing for a month, for 15 days, or for a couple of days, you have to just be without makeup and you look at yourself in the mirror. How do you really feel about yourself? How do you feel about your own body, the way that you are? Pay attention to that, right? So, that firstly, it's important to accept yourself the way you are. There is nothing wrong in beautifying. So women have a natural knack of beautifying things. If you look at how a woman would keep the house and how a man would keep the house, there is a tremendous difference, right? A woman naturally beautifies. She has a sense of aesthetics, which is usually higher than the man has, right? So that natural sense of beautifying is there, and of course there is nothing wrong in beautifying yourself as well. If you feel like dressing up and wearing whatever that you want to wear, absolutely great, but pay attention to it if we are doing that to get validation from somewhere else. So what I suggest to a lot of people who come to me is at least 1 day in a week or 2 days in a week or wherever possible, just be without the makeup, without that, and just see how you really feel yourself when you look into the mirror at that point in time. So the key is that really paying attention to how you connect to your body. How do you feel about your own body? And the next thing is becoming vulnerable. I want you to do a small exercise here, my dear friends. Now, as I am speaking, that the woman's journey has been, we have been even in past lives, or you have seen probably around you, maybe certain situations where you may be feeling like a victim. Okay. Now, imagine that there is this situation where you feel like a victim. Now, just pay attention to that and just see when you feel like a victim, just feel that right now. Okay. And see how you feel in the body. How does it feel to you? Okay. Now, when I did it and a couple of other people did it, I feel the victim. When I feel like a victim, I feel contracted. I feel like fear, right? I feel contracted. Now, typically what happens is when there's a victim, there's a perpetrator. It's like I'm scared, I'm I'm feeling like a victim, and there's a perpetrator. It may be not a person. Maybe I feel victimized by a situation. Maybe I feel victimized by the system. Okay, but when I feel like a victim, it feels like there is a perpetrator. There's somebody who's troubling me, right? And then we are looking at somebody to rescue us. Now, this is the drama triangle. So, typically, we are actually, if we are not paying attention, if we are not consciously healing out of it, we are in this drama triangle, right? When we are not becoming conscious creators, when we don't know and we don't start practicing that, we all have heard that we are creators of our reality. Now, initially, we are all unconscious creators of our reality, and the whole journey is from being an unconscious creator of your reality to start becoming the conscious creator. So, what is really this journey? Now, when as women, so many people, even men, who came to me, right, where the feminine principle was repressed. Now, what are men also taught? That you can't cry. Are you a woman? Are you a girl that you're crying, right? So, they have to put a strong front, right? Now, when we were kind of, healing, kind of coming out of that, the feminism that was happening, right? What was happening, we were trying to prove that we are okay, and in doing that, what was happening is that we were saying we don't have to feel the emotions, we don't have to cry, we have to be strong. Now, as you said, as I said, that when you pay attention to how you feel in that victim situation, what is it that you do when you don't want to be a victim? Okay, just pay attention when you're contracted, maybe what do you do when you don't want to feel that way? Now, typically, what I've seen is people have their guards on, right? They have their defenses on. And that's exactly what we start doing, right? Now, when we have our guards on and the other has their guards on, what is really happening? There is no intimacy. Okay, now somewhere this was affecting the relationships, and to really heal in the right way and to have healthy bonding, healthy relationships, really what is important is that we come from the drama triangle, the victim triangle, to the winner triangle, where as the victim, if we were feeling the as victims, we need to, but in the healing process, drop these guards down. We need to heal ourselves, be able to heal that wound that we are carrying, and then be vulnerable in those relationships where we should be vulnerable. Vulnerable is a beautiful quality. We are open, right? Vulnerability is not like being weak. So within ourselves are all of these three positions. So the victim, the rescuer, and the perpetrator, which is the drama triangle. But when we heal ourselves, there will be an aspect where we are assertive. So we can be the Durga there, right? That's what the Durga energy, the Durga goddess brings to us. We can be assertive. We are going to be caring. That is the Sita Mata, the Parvati Mata, right? So we are also going to be caring, and we can also be vulnerable. So all we need to bring back that vulnerability, and otherwise we are going to be stuck in those defenses. The other thing, like I said, we need to really bring back is the receiving. When the masculine, which is the giving, right, it's naturally the outgoing, and the woman needs to receive for her to become pregnant, to her to give birth to life. So this receiving is a very beautiful quality, and I'm not only talking about women here, my friends, because even man, when the man is feminine, needs to own the feminine principle. When they are connecting to the divine, it's only when we are really able to receive from the divine that we will grow towards the divine, right? So this quality of receiving is a very beautiful quality that we need to connect back to. The important message that also came to me from the mermaids is take time with yourself. It is not a luxury, but a necessity. This is a very strong message that came, that every woman, she has so many things. You see, any goddess, she has 4 hands or she has multiple hands, because a woman will always have so much to do. But it is not a luxury for us. So many times the women say that I don't get the time. Where is the time? I have to take care of my kids. But this is exactly a necessity. It's not a luxury. To take care of anybody, you have to first take care of yourself. And the next important message that I got was that we have to go beyond patriarchy in ourselves. The system will take time to change. We are not going to be fighting the men here now. So yes, in the feminism, so many times in the to change the system, we've had to fight the system outside. But to really heal, what's important is that this inner change is important. We need to go beyond this patriarchy. What does patriarchy mean? That the man is more important or in some way superior than the woman. We need to know that the men and the women are equal and complementary. You need to be able to respect yourself as a woman, which is that you need to love and approve of yourself for what you are and not what you do. So we will do the meditation now, and because I'm going to just end the slideshow, my dear friends, just this workshop is there. I would want you to just take down the website details as well. In case you would be interested, we have certain meditations, that guided meditations for transforming with the emotions and other elements that are there. So do take down our details, and I would like to now guide you to the meditation. Sri Lakshmi, can we do that? I'd request you, Sri Lakshmi, to just put on some music as I start guiding them into the meditation. Friends, you can just take a very comfortable posture. Ideally, keep your back straight. We're going to connect to the water element today, my dear friends. What I'm going to suggest to you is that you just go to the water element, closer to the ocean, to the sea, and just to the extent that you are comfortable, you will go there. Maybe you will enter the water, maybe the mermaids will appear to you, maybe the dolphins will appear. Or maybe you just dip your feet in there. Just get comfortable with the water element. Close your eyes, my dear friends. Just bring your awareness to the breath. Watch your incoming and your outgoing breath. Being with your natural rhythm of the breath, my dear friends. Our breath is the anchor. Let your breath take you deeper within yourself. Give yourself the permission to relax. Relaxing each and every muscle, every tissue of your body. Every tissue of your body moving into deeper and deeper states of relaxation with every breath. This point in time, as you be with the breath in a relaxed state, visualize or feel that you are in a beautiful place of nature, a place of nature of your choice, closer to a water body, as close as you are comfortable. Put yourself there, feel yourself there. Pay attention to the elements of nature, to the textures, to the temperature. Relax here. If you're seeing yourself, feeling yourself near the ocean, just become aware of the textures, the temperature of the water if you're touching it. Notice how comfortable you are with the water. Don't push yourself for anything. The water element is inviting you. The mermaids are inviting you. The dolphins are inviting you. If you are ready, you may step into the water. Don't worry if you don't know swim. That does not matter. Know that you are absolutely safe as you delve into the ocean. It's absolutely okay if you're not very comfortable. Notice what is happening, acknowledge what's happening, and just give yourself the permission to be. You just need to see what's happening and be okay with it. Know that all the help is available for you. And if you are ready to go deeper with the mermaids, they will take you deep into it. Know that your journey is what you need to trust. Your journey is what you need to be in touch with. Accept yourself just the way it is right now. The mermaids are taking you deeper. The dolphins may take you deeper. Whatever is coming for you, just trust back. Allow yourself to move with them, trusting deeper and deeper into your ocean, trusting them deeper and deeper. Deep diving into your own self, deep diving into the ocean. We are 70% plus water, and they are really taking you deeper into the ocean, connecting you to all the wisdom, to all the knowledge that's there within you. Pay attention to small things that you may see in the ocean. Pay attention to how you are feeling there. Relax into that feeling. Accept what is happening in this moment. Whatever is happening is right. If you're developing more and more comfort with them, the mermaids may take you right at the depth of the seabed. Deep diving there, or maybe just taken by them. All you're doing is surrendering to them. As they are taking you there, trust the process that may be happening through them for you. Your own journey with them. Be open to receiving the beautiful insights that they bring. Be with them, relaxing there deeper and deeper. All those pearls of wisdom, all that insight, all that deep love and acceptance is what you will now anchor in your body. With every breath, anchor this feeling in your body. Knowing that you can connect to this depth, to this wisdom, to the mermaids, that they are there to help you in your journey. You can take their help to dive deeper in yourself. You can be vulnerable in their presence. Open yourself up more and more. Just one more minute, my dear friends. As you're vulnerable, you're able to receive so much love. Opening your heart space for this love. When you come back to the earth, to the land, you will be bringing back this love, this beautiful healing, this beautiful energy of the mermaids with you. The insights that you've received from them. Slowly, slowly, you're coming to the surface. Five, bringing back all this wisdom anchored in your body. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Wonderful friends. Slowly you can just put your palms on your eyes and slowly open your eyes. And welcome back.
Thank you so much, Dr. Preeti. Words are not enough for your amazing session. Really heartfelt gratitude to you for this amazing session. And the meditation was literally like, I don't know, there are no words to say about this meditation. I felt that unconditional love of the mermaids, like tears are flowing, tears of joy.
Wow.
Yes,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
I
giving me
deep,
this opportunity.
yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much once again, Dr. Preeti, for this amazing
Thank
session.
you. Thank you.
And we received a couple of comments. Great to see you, Preeti. I remember your wonderful experience of Wales in QLU. Looking forward in knowing more from you. Hugs from
Oh,
Madhu.
beautiful. Thank you, Madhu. Thank you.
And Shweta, wonderful wisdom, Preeti ma'am. Thank you so much. And
Thank
one
you, Shwetaji.
Namaste, masters. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Patriji, and all the beautiful meditators here, all the beautiful people who are joining, all the goddesses here. And I'm so grateful for this meditation circle, the wonderful work that we all are doing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sri Lakshmi.
Thank you so much once again.
Namaste.
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 Friends, I hope you all have enjoyed today's session by Dr. Preeti. And tomorrow, let's connect with one more goddess. Until then, signing off. Bye. Yes. Wonderful wisdom and meditation session. Thank you. Thank you, Rudra.